Hey guys, today I and Xuqi will give you a presentation which is about sensation, and we will using Heroes of the Storm of our case study. In our topic, we will talking about three questions. Number one is the control scheme, and number two is the sound. Then the last one is polish effects. So let's start it.
So how does the control scheme of this game affect the feelings of play and why? Unlike normal mobile games like Dota and League of Legends, the Hero of Storm designed many special ways that players can use to control their characters to move along the map. When moving alongside terrain, Lucio begins to wall ride for 2 seconds. While wall ride is active, Lucio can walk through units and gains 20% movement speed that stack with other bonus.
One of the best parts about this character because it is a
Instead of using a mount, Rhaegar transforms into a ghost wolf with 20% increased movement speed. Basic attacks in ghost wolf form cause him to launch at his target and deal 75% bonus damage. Dealing damage using abilities and channeling cancels ghost wolf form. But unlike using the mount, you don't lose the wolf form like you lose the mount after you receive any damage.
Go straight to Warcraft. You can see his melee.
Absor plays differently from every other hero in the game, with extremely low health and negligible basic attack damage. He needs to avoid direct confrontations with enemy heroes. Absor players need to hide themselves in the safe place of the map, spawn a locust every 15 seconds to give pressure on the lane and participate teamfights by empowering his allies with his symbiote skill. Absor is very dependent on good strategy and can greatly benefit from or suffer on certain maps and team compositions. How does the game's use of sound add to the experience of play? The game uses a unique voice actor to every single characters and the different background music for each different map in the different stage to elevate the game experience of the players. Blizzard also made some interesting details of the voice for each hero and maps according to their background. For Genji and Hanzo, the voice of these two Japanese heroes have very strong Japanese accent, and the voice of Alsas is sorrow and lassitude brings player depressed feelings.
You think you honor your brother Genji with incense and offerings? Honor resides in one's actions. You dare to lecture me about honor? You are not worthy to say his name! 優が我が敵を食らう友人の剣をくれ
The background music is also tailored for each different map. For maps, Tomb of the Sparta Queen, Towers of Doom, and Garden of Terror. Terror sound effects were used to set off the atmosphere. The map Hanamura Temple uses a Japanese-style song as its background music to show the specialness. The detail of different sound effects due to the event is also well concerned and designed. In the map Black Heart's Bay, the player will be able to hear the sound of collector gold coins, cannon attack buildings, and building destruction. What other polish effects are being used? Well, That's a good question. In Heroes of the Storm, there are many ways related with this effect. Nova has a trend which is called Permanent Cloak. The trend gives Nova a status when out of combat for 3 seconds. Taking damage, attacking, using abilities, or channeling ends status. Remaining stationary for at least 1.5 seconds while status gain invisible. One more thing, the trend gain 15% movement speed while status. When a player releases an AoE skill, there is usually a special effect released by the skill, prompting everyone how much influence this skill has. Zerd has a heroic ability, which is called Void Prison. This ability will choose time in an area to a near standstill, placing allies and enemies in time stop for 5 seconds. Zerd is not affected. In Warhead Junction, there are multiple warheads spawn periodically across the background. Players need to pick up a warhead to activate the nuke. They can use it to devastate the enemy team's fortifications. All players will drop it when they die.
With massive damage delivered to whatever finds itself at the center of the fallout. If a hero is taken down while carrying a warhead, the nuke will safely drop to the ground, recoverable by anyone interested and able to pick it back up.
When a player picks up a nuke and after a brief lead time, the nuke will attack the specified location. This kind of nuclear bomb can cause a lot of damage to the building, and it will be very effective for the player to destroy the enemy fortifications.